Hey Flosstube, it's Sarah from isweariamstitching. Today is January 17th, 2025, and this is Flosstube 123. Sorry, I got distracted by cat fur on my dough bowl pillows because she had been good at not sleeping on them, and then I switched them out for Christmas ones to just general winter ones, and she's like, ooh, new pillows. Okay, where was I at? This is a channel about cross stitch, and sometimes I do other crafts, and sometimes I don't. I have one other craft to show you this week. So let's jump right into it. I feel like there's not a lot. So I've mainly been focusing on 3 projects this week. Excuse me. I've got like a air bubble. Sorry about that. Okay, so what am I actively working on? Like I was working on this morning and last night while I watched Critical Role is my Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. Excuse me. This bubble will not go away. I had gastric bypass surgery almost 4 years ago. My 4-year anniversary will be like in a week or so. And sometimes when I eat, I still get like a bubble. And I ate a little bit ago. And this bubble will not go away. Let's see. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow is from Carriage Samplings. And this is what it looks like when it's done. I have it, it's still, like I said, I was working on it, so it's still in the Q-snap, so I can't show you the full thing, my full thing, but that's what it looks like. And I am actively working on my last block, which is the skeletons. Oh my gosh, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Siri, go away. And because I was cross-stitching on it while watching Critical Role, because I like to name my things, I named them after characters that died this campaign. So I've got Fresh Cut Grass, Bertram Bell, and then that one on the bottom is Ladna. She's not technically dead. If you watch Critical Role, she's a hollow one, I believe they're called, where she died and was resurrected, and I believe she has no soul, so she's basically an undead. So those are my skeletons. Bertram Bell, Fresh Cut Grass, and Ladna. And there I am. I've got, oh, I'm sorry about the sun. So I basically just did everything except the 3 main colors, so that I could just focus on the 3 main colors. Like I just have the skeletons to do, all the background from this block, and the black background there. And I just randomly pick a spot to do stuff in, because if I just went, like, I'd get so bored. So I just kind of blindly stab, do a chunk with some thread, and move on. That's why it's all patchy. And that's why there's like, I've got all the skulls done, I got some legs done, rib cage started on that one. I believe that one is, yep, that one's fresh cut grass, that one's Bertram Bell, that one's Ladna. This is 18 count Ada to dye for fabrics in ash and tan. I don't know. They took last year off of dyeing. I don't know if they're back. I am not in the market for new fabric, so I haven't checked out if they're back yet. And it's 1/1 using the call for DMC. I haven't changed anything. Any changes I make are by accident or laziness. But yeah. So once I get the skeletons done, it will be literally just fill-in of the black and the greeny brown. And the teeth, well, I guess I did change. The teeth are supposed to be like, my pattern, I don't have my pattern in front of me. Like in each little square, they're supposed to be like 4 stitches, but I'm doing this on Ada, and I'm like, I'm not puncturing the Ada. I'm just gonna give them full mouths, full smiles. There they are. I love working on this one so much. You guys know that. So much. And then I worked on my January kit from Panna. The Fawn. Oh my gosh. When I go from that one, which is 1/1, to this one, which is 4/1, I feel like my stitches on this are so big and wonky and messy. How cute he is. I decided to move my Q-snap, my Q-snap, because I wanted to work on the ear. And so I got, I guess, actually it's my Nerge, which I don't like, but it's the only thing big enough I had to put this project in. Move my pattern up. It's on there still. So I started working out. I'm right under the ear, so I'm about to start the ear. And I guess I will have to move the Nerge because the ear's going to go that way. But yeah, look how cute it is. I'll be so sad to put it away when January ends. I mean, I can work on it whenever. It's just my January focus. And I probably will pull it out in February because I already pulled my, did my tiny decision wheel and picked my February kit, and it's a small one. So it'll get done quick, probably. I have some news that might affect that. We'll see. But look how cute. Like, it's just so crazy to me to go from 1/1 on 18 count to 4/1 on like 11. It's so big. So cute. I love this one so much. Look, there's something sticky on my table. Very glad that my first kit is such a success and that I love working on it. And if I see any more Panna kits, maybe some more cushions one day, I'll put them on my wish list because this has been thoroughly enjoyable to work on. Finishing it, I don't know how that's going to go. Making it into a pillow, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not the best finisher. And then the last thing I worked on this week was my Winter Lady, my Mirabilia at the Met. Excuse me. Oh, if you also want to see someone else who's working on the fawn pillow, Amy Loves Toads is also, it's one of her whips. So she's also, you can check out her progress when she works on it. I think I saw her working on it, and I was like, I have to have that. And then, like, months and months passed, and then I decided to do the kit parade. And then I saw it, and I was like, someone was working on that. I couldn't remember who. And I was like, I want that. It's Amy Loves Toads. Anyways, my Mirabilia at the Met. She's my Winter Lady. I started her with Julie from Kansas City Girl in Colorado World. We're doing ours on actually the same fabric. We decided we're doing it on red fabric, Crimson Peak from Jody of Steel City Stitchers. And my goal for the winter was to get this chunk of the black dress done. If I could get this chunk done too, great. But I wasn't going to, like, keeping my goals small. And I got that part done. So, goal met. Now I can just, like I said, I didn't enjoy her before, but now I'm like, goal met. Yay. If I get my bigger goal done of the other side, even more yays. And I wanted to break up the black, so I worked on this little lantern that's hanging on the side. Oh, hold on. And then, like, these pedestal-like thingies. I don't know what those are. I started working on that. Since I finished the black and the Q-snap was there, I just started working on that a little bit. Crazy smile. Screenshot. And then I'm going to move over when I pick her up next to work on that chunk of black. It looks like a lot, but really there's a lot of beading in there, so there's going to be a lot of empty space. See, like that's all beads, and I do beading last. So, like, if I can finish her dress this winter, I'll be so ecstatic. I can't see nothing. If I can finish her dress, I'll be a happy camper. But I've met my goal, so I am happy. If for some reason I don't pick her up again for the rest of the winter, I can't imagine why I wouldn't, then I'll be like, yeah, I met my goal. I'm happy. Now I've already noticed because it's cold. I just got done running errands, and I got hot chocolate. I'm treating myself. And that's it. That's all the stitching I have. But I do have sewing. So the last of the Advent box from Missouri Star Quilt, one of the last things was the Jenny's holiday blocks. And I was working on them. I had done the red one, the gray one, and the aqua one. And I finished the teal one. I'm so glad this was the last block. This was the hardest block for me to do. Lining up the points and stuff. Like, some of my points are wonky as all get out. But, oh, I have to sneeze now. What is going on with my face? So I had to rip out, like, I'd sew these together and then rip them out. Shift them, sew them again to try to get them as best points done as best as I could. And then I finally just settled on being happy with what I had. So there it is. And this is the only fabric that was called for that I used, because I couldn't decide on a dark teal. So I was like, I just ordered that. The rest is from, well, no, not the rest. All the whites from Stash, the red and gray from Stash, and the aqua I ordered just because I thought it was pretty. But I finished that block, and then I put it together into a table runner. I should stand up, but you won't see it anyways. So there's the red and the aqua, and the patterns, they use a light gray. I only had dark gray, so I like that it's the dark gray because I prefer dark gray, as you can see by my sweater. So all I can do when I quilt is straight quilting, and I don't know if I want just up and down lines on this, but it's so small. Do I want to send it to a long armor one day? I really hate quilting. I'll quilt small things like this, straight lines, or outline parts. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know. It's so pretty, and it fits my table perfectly. So it needs to get done, but I don't know what I'm going to do. Look at red, it's so pretty. But it's done, so it's going to get folded up and put away until I can probably decide to give in and just straight line quilt. It's just going on my table. Will probably get all messy and gross because it's on my table. And I use white. I hate using white because white gets so dirty looking. And my family is a bunch of slobs and they stain all my stuff. I'm looking at my current table runner, which is white and blue. A lot of white. I just washed it. My cat laid on it. It's covered in fur. Okay. I didn't draw a winner for the giveaway yet. I'm going to do that next week. So if you want to enter a giveaway for my 600 subscribers, look at last week's video, 122, and say the word moon. You can just write moon, write in a sentence, do whatever you want. You have to be 18. It's only for US because it's a bigger, heavier package. Be 18, all that fun stuff. Just go look at last week's video. And then plans. Oh gosh, this nose is going to freaking kill me. So I did my tiny decision wheel for next month, and I'll tell you why I did all this stuff early. That is not what I need. And it came up with, I don't know why I have to show you the picture of it, like I need to prove it to you, but it picked Riolas. Oh my gosh, what is happening? And that is the Riolas kit of the Sparrow. See what I mean by how small it is? It's 4x4. Look at the, I got it all set up and ready in a bag. Look how small that fabric is. It's so itty bitty. I'll probably go, I can't do full words. I'm probably gonna have to sew fabric on the edges to put it in a Q-snap. And I'm looking forward to this one because it's wool acrylic blend. So I think that'll be a fun experience. Sorry, my nails. Don't look at my hands. I've bitten the hell. I'm a biter, so I've bitten the hell out of my nails, inside of my cheeks, and my tongue are all tore up. Oh my gosh, I had a tostada for dinner last night, and I put some spicy guacamole. Oh my god, guac salsa on it. Oh, my tongue hurts so much. Not because it's all bit up. Anyways, so this is what I'll be doing in February. So see, it's so small. It'll be done super quick. So I'll probably keep my cushion out and easily accessible because I'll probably go back to that when I'm done with this. I'm not looking forward to those French knots. I hate French knots. There's a lot of them there. But, excuse me. This is 14 count Ada, I believe. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. And then the thread is just on these little cards. Like, look, so it's not much thread at all because it's so small. I like the way they feel. The wool acrylic. But I'm a knitter. I like wool. Well, I'm not much of a knitter anymore. And it's hat. Yeah, so those are the threads. Oh, that's a pretty one. I like that brown. So I've got my tiny Q-snap. Actually, let me see. Yeah, I'm going to have to sew some fabric on the edges of that fabric. Or go and stash and get a bigger fabric. Because I know I've got 14 count Ada. And this looks like 14 count, like, Flaxen Zweigart Ada. I'm sure I have something like that. Flaxen Oatmeal in my stash. We'll see how it goes. And then February, was it February 6th? I think, I can't remember. Marissa from Creations and Julie from Kansas City Girl in Colorado. I can't do it. I can't do words today. Colorado World. And I think a couple other people are doing Dreaming of Clip by Barbara Anna Designs. And I'm like, I have that pattern. I love that pattern. I'm going to do it with them. So February 6th, I'm going to start Dreaming of Clip. And I have all the threads for it, except for it calls for a DMC satin. And I didn't have satin. I don't like satin. I'm not going to go out and buy satin just for this pattern. So I have this Petite Treasure braid in my stash that I'm going to use in place. It's just in some of the gold spots. So I think it'll be nice. Give it a little bit of shimmer. Also calls for an anchor, I think, which I don't have. So I just looked for the DMC equivalent of it. And so it's going to be all DMC and this one Petite Treasure braid. And I picked this fabric, which I'm not 100% sold on. It might be too dark. I'm going to start it. That bubble is working out. And see how it goes. But it is Acorns from the Autumn box, 2021 box from Bestitch Me. 32 count linen. So pretty. I think I'm starting it over here in this corner where it's a little bit lighter. That's what I'm thinking. Crazy. Wow, it's not that. No, that's more. It looks more like bronzy, like some of this brown looks bronzy on the camera, but it's not really bronzy. So I'm thinking of starting in that corner, but I'm not sold. I may flip it. Start it in that corner. Ooh, I like that corner. I may have just changed my mind. We'll see. I've got a couple weeks to think about that. But so if you want to join in on that, go check out Mkessa Creations Flosstube. I mean, they're great Flosstubes in general, but if you want more information about how they're doing that. And I like that when people I like to watch do a sal, basically a start along, and it's a pattern I have. Oh, this is the bag from Linux Stitch Creates. Oh. Then I'm like, I have that pattern. I love that pattern. I'm gonna start that pattern. So it kicks me in the butt to start something I've had for a while sitting in stash. And I think that's it. That's all I have to show for you guys. I'm just gonna mention 2 new Flosstubers that I'm watching. Laura from Compassionate Creativity and Sadie from Sadie Garita. I was like, I found her and I started watching her, and I think what, the first or second Flosstube, she showed her long dog sampler, You Belong to Me, and that's one I have planned to do this year. It's one you don't see very often. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing that one. So that was fun. She's doing hers on a gorgeous gradient, goes from like orange to brown, and she's using like a very lightly variegated gray. It's so pretty. It's so, so pretty. You guys should check her out. I'm going to enjoy watching her progress on that as I lead to getting mine eventually. I still have to buy the fabric. I'm just using DMC, so I basically just have to buy the fabric. I can't decide. Okay, so what else? What's life updates? So we had a lot of snow. A lot of snow. It's been very cold. A lot of snow. In the shoveling of the snow, I realized that what I thought was arthritis in my hand, yeah, it's arthritis. I haven't been diagnosed by a doctor, but this is where it started in my mom. And after shoveling, oh, the pain was so bad I couldn't stitch for like a day. And it's all up in here, and it was stiff, but my skin was warm, and like all the symptoms. And yeah, so I'm fairly certain, thanks Mom, I've got your arthritis. I can't be pretty like my mom. I've got to have my dad's family's looks, but I'll have my mom's arthritis. I ever told you a story about one time when my grandpa was dying and his sister came to visit? I never met his sister before because my grandpa's family is originally from Michigan, but we lived in California, and I'd never met her before. And I stood up to say hi to my grandpa because I was out with friends, and I was like, I'm going to stop to see my grandpa because, you know, he's dying. So I went to his house, and I walked in, and before my mom could even introduce me to my grandpa's sister, she said, oh, she must be a Karwoski. She's fat and flat-chested. Karwoski is my grandma's parents' names. Yeah. So I was like, oh, it's nice to meet you. Fuck off, old lady. So I gave my grandpa a hug, told him I loved him, talked for a couple minutes, and I left. I mean, yeah, it's true. I'm flat-chested and I was fat, but come on. I was also like 16 or 17. Way to stab a girl in the heart. It's neither here nor there. Okay. So, arthritis. And the big news, which is why I drew all my, I kitted up my Army of Clint for February, and I rolled for my February kit, is because I got a job. So I start working at Michael's, 30% discount, on the 27th. So it's just part-time, but unlike when I worked at BMV, which was 4 minutes from my house, Michael's is 30 minutes from my house. So there goes an hour of my day. And unlike the BMV, when I worked there, we had some downtime. So I was always, almost daily, was able to put a couple stitches in a project. Some days were really slow, like during the winter when there's snow and no one's out and about. I would have hours between doing, you know, maintenance and odd jobs and things to put in my stitching. That's obviously not going to happen if I have a lunch break, because I'm part-time. I'm not sure exactly how many hours I'll be working a day. I probably won't bring anything crafty. If I do, it'll be my knitting, like a couple rows in a stockinette sock. More than likely, I'll just eat and watch YouTube. If, you know, that's how that works. I don't know. But, so I don't know what my hours are yet. I don't know what days I'll be working yet. So I'm not sure how it's going to affect the recording. If I'm not getting enough done to show you every week, because, like I said, when I worked at BMV, I got stuff done. So I still had stuff to show you every week. I'm not sure how it's going to work with this job. So I may have to go to every 2 weeks. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. What else was I going to say? The reason I had to get a job is because healthcare in this country sucks. My husband is a coal miner. He has good insurance. We have been trying to get them to approve my son's wisdom teeth pulling since September. And they keep hemming and hawing and saying things like, oh, we haven't gotten the approval or the predetermination. I'm like, I talk to the doctor's office every month, and they have sent in stuff at least once a month. In December, 3 times. So screw it, we have to pay out of pocket. And that's a big chunk of money, and my son's going to pay for some of it. He's 20, he has a job. They cut his hours because they work small engines at a hardware shop. Not a lot of things with small engines he worked on during the winter. So they cut his hours, so we're going to help pay. So I was like, I'm going to get a job to help pay for his teeth. And maybe buy an advent calendar. We'll see. I don't know, maybe. So anyways, you don't need to know about my money woes. Just know that healthcare in the United States is a joke. And why are teeth and eyes separate? They're part of the body. Okay, rant over. I apologize. So yeah, so I got a job at Michael's. I probably could have got my job back at BMV if I wanted because they were struggling, but no thank you. Plus there's no 30% discount on craft supplies. Okay, that's all I have for you. That was, my words did not want to come out today. I apologize for that. Apologize for the runny, stuffy nose that I've been touching all, I almost said all period, all video. And I will see you next week because, like I said, I don't start again until the 20th. I don't start my job till the 27th. So I have a week to just get my house in order and enjoy my freedom. So I will see you guys next week, and I will draw the winner for the giveaway next week. So again, go to 122 and leave a comment with the word moon if you want, and you're in the United States. Sorry again, you want to win something. So, oh, and thanks for the new viewers. I don't know what's happened, but I had like 20 new viewers, subscribers. That's awesome. Thanks. At this rate, I'll have another giveaway for 700. Jesus. All right. Sorry. I'm going to go now. I promise. You guys have a good week. Bye.